good holiday yesterday?
Yeah, it was fun. It's always great to be able to spend some time with some family, and actually had an Easton steak and Chandler Whitmer over too, so I got to spend some time with them too.
Did you cook?
No, we didn't cook. Unfortunately, we had practice and didn't have enough time to cook.
Justin, I saw a stat that I think you have 5 go-ahead touchdowns of Mike Williams. What is it about Mike that just comes up big for you in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, when we need him most, he steps up. He's one of those guys that you trust, and he's going to make something special happen whenever he's out on the field. And he's done an incredible job all year long, and super trustworthy, dependable, and he works incredibly hard. So we're not surprised at all by all of his success.
Do you think those 3 catches you got on the first drive really kind of helped him get rhythm and maybe help the whole offense overall in that first drive for the rest of the game?
Yeah, I think anytime you're able to convert some third downs, especially to Mike, you get the offense rolling. And I think that's been a huge emphasis of this year of when we're able to convert those third downs, we're able to move the ball better. So definitely something that we need to look at going forward.
You've had a good start to your career in terms of fourth quarter game-winning drives. How much pride do you take in that, being able to perform in those winning moments?
I think it's something that Shane Day and I have talked about a ton. And every game in the NFL most of the games are going to come down to the 2-minute drill. And you have to be at your best in the fourth quarter. And with so many games being decided by so few points, you need to be at your best. And we've done a great job of emphasizing that in practice. And all of those game reps that we get, it's all experience. And so anytime you're able to go through that, I think you learn a ton.
Is it even possible to replicate that in practice? Or is it almost something you have to do in a game to really get it?
Yeah, that's a good question. It is tough, but you have to be adamant about it. You have to emphasize it. And when you do 2-minute, 4-minute situations in practice, you have to treat it like a game. And you have to learn from it, and you watch back and go over the film of it. But you have to put a huge emphasis on it in practice so that you have any chance in the game.
I know you want to blow double-digit leads, but it happened in the Pittsburgh game, and you guys were able to overcome that and win the game. I think it happened a lot last year. You guys couldn't get over the hump when that occurred. Do you think going through something like that might benefit you in the long run of the team?
I think it's been huge for us to have to go through that adversity, and you never really feel like you're in control of an NFL game, and things like that are going to happen. And obviously you'd love to continue to put up points and blow them out, but they've got pretty good offense and defense too, and they're trying to score, and so they've done a good job of battling back. But for us to be able to answer and put that game away, I thought that was huge growth for us.
A lot of history between Coach Staley and Coach Fangio. How similar are the defenses that you guys are running and what you've seen them take from those guys from Denver?
Yeah, they're pretty similar, and they're both very well coached. You turn the tape on Denver, and you see guys making plays, and they've got some really incredible players on defense, and they make plays all over the field. And you have to have an eye for number 31 and number 22, and those guys are going to play incredibly well coached defense, and they're going to fly around. And probably one of the toughest teams that we've played this year so far.
Scheme-wise, is it real similar to what you remember seeing at training camp all the time?
Yeah, scheme-wise, there are similarities, but there are definitely differences as well. And they've done a good job of disguising every look, just like our defense does. And that's one of those things that, as a quarterback, you just need to see and go through an experience for sure.
What do you remember about the game last year? That was during that stretch when you guys, I think you just won a game, but then you were struggling to win.
The first one there.
Had that just a gut punch way to lose that game. What do you recall about that game last year in Denver?
Oh yeah, that was a tough one, and I felt like we moved the ball pretty well on offense in the first half at least, and in the second half kind of slowed down and gave them an opportunity to come back. And I think that's one of those games that we mentioned of you got to be able to put it away, and that's the NFL, and I think we've learned a lot, and they're still very talented. They're an incredible team that we're going up against this week, so we've had to watch a bunch of film, prepare like no other week, and so that we have any chance on Sunday.
Justin, I think Keenan's approaching 700 career catches, and we ask all the time about him, but what makes him so reliable to have that type of catches in his career?
Yeah, he's a guy that understands defense so well. All the option routes that we give him, he understands leverage, and he's basically a quarterback playing receiver, and the stuff he's able to do on his routes and break leverage, and he catches the ball, and I think that's the biggest thing. And he converts, and on third down, that he's a reliable weapon, and you're going to find him whenever he's out on the field.
With the success you had on the scrambles last week, do you see yourself running a little more, or is that kind of just a thing where they're playing man defense and you just took it?
That's kind of one of those situations where, they present it to you and you have to take it. And especially on third down, you have to fight for every yard that you get. And whether it's through the air or on the ground, you have to convert. And I feel like we did a good job of that last week. And if that happens again, great. But, we'll do everything we can to just try and convert no matter what the situation is.
In terms of being safe and sliding, you think you did a good job with that?
Yeah, I feel like I avoided a lot of hits. And in the NFL, you don't want to take too many hits. And that's just something that we've talked about a bunch this year. And I felt good about going into last week.